Welcome. Good morning. Welcome to the Solid Sports and Gaming channel. We are live with episode 320 of the Solid Sports video blog. Today's date is January 7th, 2026. Of course, you probably make that mistake too. We're in a new year. Happy New Year, by the way. Our first blog of this year. And we're going to focus on the NFL today. A lot going on in the NBA as well, but we're gonna focus on the NFL today. Playoffs is this weekend, wild card weekend. I give my thoughts and predictions for this postseason. Um, well, the beginning of my team, the Ravens, are out. I talk about that a little bit. A lot of coaches was let go over the last couple of days, so I appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate the support. We up to 437 subscribers now. So sorry for being a little late this morning, about 5-6 minutes over. But I appreciate you guys so much for being here. We had a good turnout around this time last time. Sorry I ain't been consistent, but it's because of work. I haven't been able to come on every week, but I appreciate you guys. We got a live stream tonight. We're going to play Street Fighter 6 online for Wild Wednesday streams tonight. So join me for that as well. Can't wait for that tonight. But thank you guys for the overall support. But we are going to focus on the NFL playoffs. All the teams, of course, are set now. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Um, we appreciate all the support. And I just like being here for the sports blog. So, but let's go ahead and get into it. Appreciate you guys so much. I got some stuff to do this morning as well. So we will try to get into everything. Uh, like I said, the playoffs are set. Of course, the action starts Saturday. I think it starts with Rams and Panthers at 4:30. I think that's the first game. That's the 5-4 matchup. Panthers did win the NFC South by Tampa, well, a couple of weeks ago, choking, but then um, Atlanta made it a three-way tie and eliminated the Buccaneers, so they are out. So the Panthers win the division as they backed into the Panthers did lose to the Bucks the last week of the season. Bears Packers is that Saturday night game. That's on Prime. First game is on Fox. Then Sunday 3 games: Bills Jags on CBS. Eagles Niners. Eagles at home. That's on Fox. And then NBC got LA Chargers and the New England Patriots. Then Monday night, Texas Steelers. I talked to my bro from Jersey yesterday. Shout out to my man, and we talked a little bit yesterday. He's a Steelers fan. I think it's a good matchup for the Steelers, but Houston's defense was going to be pretty tough. So we'll see how that game goes. But I'm gonna get my predictions on the first wild card games, and then I'm gonna get into who I think will be the AFC and NFC championship game, and then my Super Bowl champion as well. Now, I had, like I said, at the beginning of the season, my preseason pick was Ravens, and not just because I'm a Ravens fan. I just really thought this would be the year the Ravens break through, but of course they didn't make the playoffs. So, um, so that's a dead end there. But Philadelphia is still it's my team in the NFC, but then I changed my mind. I guess you had to figure that one out. So, um, Sheree, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Thank you for being here this morning. Um, yeah, we talking all NFL this morning. I appreciate you for commenting and being here. Appreciate you so much. But well, let's go ahead and start with that first game. on Saturday afternoon, Rams and Carolina Panthers. Um, of course, Carolina they beat the Rams earlier this season though. They did. I think the Carolina was at home. But they beat the Rams already this season. Panthers is a weird team. Pretty much. Well, I ain't gonna say that's their only, but they was a weird team this year. They up and down. They got some key wins on their schedule, but then they flop and lose games. Bryce Young, I like how he bounced back with his career, even though it's still young. He still got a long way to go, but he got benched and came back and played pretty well um, this season overall. I think the Panthers' defense is, to me, is they anchor. They're gonna have to mucky this game up. Matt Stafford, I think he's on a mission. I think he's the MVP. I know a lot of people said Drake May, but the more and more I think about it, break it down, I think May should be in the conversation, but I would go with Stafford. Um, Almost 15 more touchdown passes, first of all, just to go by stats. But the Rams' schedule was 10 times harder than the Patriots this year, and Stafford still did what he did on the field. Yards, any stat you want to name, and they got the same amount of interceptions. So I would go Stafford this year for the MVP. He's going to have an MVP game. I think in that first game, I think Devontae didn't play. Um, so Cooper Kupp, was more pressure on him. I think the Rams win this game. I know it's always hard to go from East Coast to West, well, West Coast to East, because you play at an earlier time, even though the game is at 4:30. So that's a normal time for the Rams anyway. But I like the Rams. I'd be shocked if they go and lose this game. It's playoff time. I think the Rams take care of business there. Um, well, why not? Let's not. Let's just go in order. Another NFC game. This game is huge. Green Bay at Chicago. Um, Honestly, I like the Bears. Shout out to our man Caper, my Bears fan that watches the show regularly. Uh, I like Chicago. If they get by this game, um, not saying that it's a daunting task, but a division game in the playoffs is always very tough. They split the first two games. Um, Caleb Williams still got some improvement to do. His completion percentage got to go up, but all the rest of his numbers is there. Jordan Love, to me, like I said, he's the same way. I think he needs to grow a little bit more. Um, Everybody crowned the Packers early in the season. Um, yeah, they had some injuries, but even with they was fully healthy, I wasn't strongly behind Green Bay. I thought they'd be a playoff team, which they are. But I think the Bears. I think it's at least for this game. I think they could buy. Excuse me for the yawning. Um, I think they'll win this game at home. But I think it's gonna be a close game. It's a division game, so I think they'll win it. So I got the Bears advancing. I got the Rams advancing. Um, we move on to Sunday. Bills at Jaguars. This is probably the biggest game of the weekend. To me, this probably wound up being one of the best games of the weekend. Um, Jacksonville. I admit, even me, I just put them in my power rankings the last couple of weeks. They've been under the radar all season long, which probably is a good thing. No Travis Hunter. That was the hype around the Jaguars. We thought that would be the only thing we'd be talking about them this year, just how well he done. But he was out half most of the season. Jaguars just kept winning games. They win the South. Um, Trevor Lawrence, this is his time. We'll see what he does in the postseason. I'm going to go with the upset, though. I think the Bills, even though I wouldn't call it a big upset, but I think the Bills go in there and win it. I think with experience, I think Josh Allen, same thing. I think it's his time. No Pat Mahomes in your way. No Lamar, even though he's beaten Lamar in the playoffs. Joe Burrow is not in the playoffs either, so wide open for the Jacksonville Jags. I mean, for the Buffalo Bills to come through here. I think them. Man. I don't think they'll go out first round. I'm not saying they're going to get all the way to the Super Bowl. We'll see what I think about that. But I think the Bills win this game and move on. Okay. Joan. I'm gonna call you Joan. My day's going well so far. My favorite animal. I'm not an animal person to be honest with you. Dang, that's actually a good question. What's my favorite animal? Um, I haven't had a pet since I was a kid. So I'm gonna just go by my favorite pet. I had a cat named Patches years ago. I was like 8 years old. Um, really loved that cat. It ran away. If I mean, I'm from the city. I don't know if you know about people that keeps a bunch of cats. I think the cat lady got my cat, trapped it in the house, fed it good. You know, we feed any animal good, it's not gonna come back home. We fed it, but we was poor, so I imagine we didn't feed it good enough. Uh, Dang, but I really don't have a favorite animal. That's a tough. I'm not an animal person. Like I lost my cat and then had a dog that got hit by a car and died. So after that, had another dog that died. So after that, I pretty much uh tuned myself out for animals. I mean, I'm not an animal hater either. I wouldn't go around hurting animals, but I'm not an animal person. So hopefully that sort of answers your question. But all right, so Niners and Eagles. That's another intriguing game. Niners lost the opportunity to be the one seed in the NFC. Um, could have stayed home all playoff long, but now they be on the road. Philadelphia. I don't feel great about them overall, but I think for this game, what Seattle just did um, to the Niners, I think the Eagles could replicate that with the pass rush and everything else. So Brock Purdy, this is sort of a revenge game. Of course, these two teams played in the NFC Championship. What was it, 3 years ago, 2 years ago? And Purdy got hurt, and they didn't really have a quarterback. So the Niners, the Eagles pretty much dominated that game. So I know Purdy would be motivated by that. But Eagles is basically going to depend on can they score enough. Can they score enough? If they do, I see Philadelphia winning this game. So I got Philly over the Niners in that one. Sunday night, I mentioned Chargers, Patriots. I'm not real high on the Chargers. New England, of course, they're a new team, sort of. Drake May, of course, had the outstanding season. We talked about that already. But I think they'll do enough to beat the Chargers. Chargers still, I think they still need to, even though their defense is decent, I think they need to solidify that. Um, I think Justin Herbert, I'm still not uh, ready to know him yet either. I like him. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great quarterback. But I think the Chargers need to get more established on both sides of the ball. I think New England, Mike Vrabel will move on. So I like New England in that game. And then we got Houston at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, me being a Ravens fan, I know a lot of Steelers fans here. I know a lot of Steelers fans all over. Uh, my boy James, I talked to him yesterday. Like I said, Steelers fan from South Jersey. Um, it was great to hear from you, by the way, bro. Yesterday, of course, the Steelers beat my Ravens, kicked them out the playoffs. My coach John Harbaugh got fired. So the Ravens in disarray right now. Steelers though had an up and down season as well. They get the 10 wins. Uh, I think they got a chance. I'm gonna go with Houston, just because I think Houston's defense is just a little bit better. Honestly, that's my only uh, reason why I would take Houston here. I think this is a good matchup. I think out of all the teams, I would say the Chargers. I think they would have handled the Chargers pretty decently, but I think if it had been Buffalo, I think they would have got dominated again by the Bills. But Houston's probably the second choice out these wild card teams you want to face. Um, But the Chargers, to me, like I said, they sort of reeling. Um, but I think this is a good matchup because Houston's offense is inconsistent as well. I think Pittsburgh will be able to neutralize that to a extent. I think it's gonna be an ugly game. I was telling my buddy yesterday. He see it as a walk off Steelers field goal to win it. I wouldn't be shocked if that's the case, but I'm gonna go with Houston because I think their defense is a little bit stronger. And well, DK Metcalf will be back, and I told him this: if he make a couple of big plays, that could sway in Pittsburgh's favor. But I think Houston, they all or nothing. I think they hit some big plays, and that'll be the difference of the game. I like Houston slightly over the Steelers to move on. So, with all that being said, we got of course Denver and Seattle's the one seeds in both conferences. So I got Chicago winning. So Chicago will get, according to my calculations, will get Philadelphia, and the Rams will go to Seattle. In the NFC, AFC it'll be Houston, actually going to New England, and Buffalo because they're the lower seed. They will get Denver and Denver. Um, so I'm just going to jump right to the championship games because then you'll be able to tell who I think will win. So in the AFC, I think New England will beat Houston at home. I got them in the NFC Championship game against Denver. I think Denver would beat Buffalo. They Buffalo. I think Josh Allen. I think 2 weeks in a row had to because I think even in this Jacksonville game he's gonna have to be the MVP Superman type. I think he ain't gonna be able to do 2 weeks. Denver's defense is for real. They pass rush. I think that'll be enough for Denver to win. So I got New England Denver in the AFC Championship game. NFC, I think the Rams go. Oh wait. Uh, I have to change something because I think I like Philadelphia against San Francisco. So that means the Rams will play Chicago and Philly will go to Seattle. No, the Rams will go to Seattle and Philly will go to Chicago. So I think it's gonna be Bears. I think the Bears will beat the Eagles again. Since they'd be at home. Then I got the Rams beating Chicago. So I got the Rams and the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Um, and I think the Rams will win because just a little bit more experience. Denver won't be at home in Denver. It'll be a neutral field. I think that will help the Rams. I think the Rams will be a champion this year. So that's my predictions for the playoffs. I think the Rams will win it, and I wouldn't be shocked if Stafford just be like, okay, I did enough. I'm going to walk away here. That wouldn't surprise me at all. And that's how it goes. So yeah. So I got the Rams and the Bears. I'm sorry, I miscalculated something. I do got Philadelphia beating San Francisco at home. I think the defense will be enough. So that means the Rams will go back to Seattle, and I think they will rectify that game and win. And then I think the Bears will actually make it to the NFC Championship game, and I got the Rams beating them there and beating Denver in Super Bowl 60. So that's my predictions for the playoffs. Um, got through them pretty quickly, under 20 minutes. Uh, I appreciate y'all for being here still. Uh, Shout out to everybody that commented. Uh, of course, Monday was Black Monday, as they call it in the NFL. A lot of coaching firings. Let me look at something here. We're just going to go through a few of them. I talk about my Ravens as well, what I think they probably going to do. But this happens every year in the NFL. That Monday, yesterday, Tuesday, a couple of more coaches in coordinators got fired. So that's just how it goes. Um, yeah. The Jets. Not going to take too long to talk about the Jets, but they kept Aaron, which I'm not that surprised of. Some people thought, you know, basically looking at what other teams did, they should have let him go. But I don't know. Definitely don't ever believe in giving a coach 1 year. So the Jets hold on to him, even though they had a horrible season, 3-14. They didn't get an interception as a whole team. They didn't get not one interception as a team. Um, so they keep him. I think Miami right now is keeping McDaniels on, so we'll see if that's because I guess they think they are since they didn't do it on Monday. I think Mike Tomlin might be still in a little bit of trouble if they get blown out Monday night. Look out for that. Keep an eye on that. My Ravens, of course, let John Harbaugh go. Um, Bengals going to keep Zach Taylor. A lot of people didn't agree with that. But he stays. Browns get rid of Kevin Stefanski. So they are looking for a coach as well. Um, Titans already got rid of their coach during mid-season. So they need a coach as well. Vegas let go of Pete Carroll. Honestly, I didn't like that hire. Honestly, from the get go, but then they had a horrible season, so they let him go. Um, Cowboys let their coordinator go, the offensive coordinator, Eberflus. Um, I mean the defensive coordinator. Sorry, um, he's let go, but they keep Brian uh, Schottenheimer, which I like. I like Brian Schottenheimer. For what I see from the outside looking at it, I like him. Um, the Commanders, well, it was a mutual decision. Cliff Kingsbury decides to leave. Giants got rid of Dayball in the middle of the season. Um, Giants is a sort of intriguing job. We'll see who they look at. Um, we go to the north. Detroit let their offensive coordinator go. Um, Atlanta fired Raheem Morris. That was a fence one. Wouldn't have been surprised if they kept him, but he's still there. Um, I think Cardinals let Gannon go. I think that's the other one that's kind of quiet. Um, and I believe that's it. But I'm just gonna focus on my Ravens. I did a short order yesterday. Uh, again, he's been there 18 years, so uh, I didn't. I wasn't surprised by the firing. I just hope that the Ravens got a plan. Um, and even me, I don't even know. Like me thinking as a fan, what coach? I would prefer an offensive minded coach for the next hire. So Lamar can still continue to improve. Um, Derrick Henry's still there. I think the offense is fine. I think we need the number one receiver though. I like Zay Flowers, but he's not enough to be the number one receiver. I like the receivers that we got. We got some decent receivers, but we need a game changer type receiver. Um, Tight ends are great. Mark Andrews, we'll see what he does. Well, he just signed an extension, so he ain't going nowhere. Isaiah Likely, we'll see what his mindset is. Will he want to move on to have a bigger role, or will he stay? So that's things to look at on the offensive side. Defense, definitely need a pass rusher. Like that's just obvious. The back end is old, so we need to get. I like Nate Wiggins. I know a lot of people criticize him, but he's young. He's still trying to figure things out. I like Nate Wiggins. I think he can wind up being a top corner in this league with more experience. But wouldn't help. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to help him get some more players there, younger players. Um, so I think that's the game plan for the Ravens during the off season. So we'll see where they go with coach. But I can't say one coach jump out um, in my mind. So, uh, but you could tell it was a hard decision. I told somebody this also because the Ravens took so long. Usually, like if you know, well, sometimes it could be, I guess, it could be a rash decision as well. But basically, teams that's right after the Monday. That's when all the fires is usually happen. They waited till Tuesday, so I think they took all day Monday. Probably had a long talk with him, everything. Probably Monday night they probably came up with the decision to let him go. Then they announced it Tuesday. Um, because it's sort of, I mean, to me, it's sort of less embarrassing that you get fired on a Tuesday than that first Monday. Because that first Monday, they was ready to let you go. So I think this sort of proves that this was a hard decision for the Ravens. So, but as a fan, I'm sort of looking forward to it. At the same time, um, who will they look at to be the next head coach? Personally, I think that the rest of the staff gonna be let go also. My brother thinks they should keep Zach Orr. I like Zach Orr also, but wouldn't be shocked if he's gone. And the offensive coordinator definitely should be gone. If Harbaugh is gone, he should be gone because the offense was a major problem for sure. So, uh, so we'll see. We'll see how everything goes with the Ravens. But all the other teams, I think, out of all these jobs, I think Atlanta's an intriguing job with all the offensive players they have. They just need a quarterback. Um, Michael Penix, I like him, but is he's the answer? Kirk Cousins is old, so I won't. Whoever gets that job might be looking at another quarterback um, in the future. I think the Giants job. The Giants are young, but they got some talent there. I think the Giants will be an intriguing job. Um, Now everywhere else, the other vacancies was Arizona. They got a lot of problems. Kyler Murray, I think he's going to be gone. Um, what's the other vacancies here? Let me look through this again. I think they Vegas. Vegas, I think it's intriguing because you get the um basically you're gonna be starting from scratch. So whoever gets that job, and the Raiders has gone through a lot. I think they still paying like four coaches. They're gonna be paying four coaches plus the coach they about to hire. I think they'll be paying five coaches at one time. So so that's, I mean, and that standpoint is a good job. Tennessee, they sort of the same way. Cam Ward, do you like Cam Ward? I guess that'd be the question there. And Cleveland, other than the quarterback, the defense is straight. The offense though needs a lot of work. Uh, so we'll see who these teams hire the next few weeks. Um, so that's that with the coaches. Um, I didn't think I was gonna get through this so fast. So um, we're pretty much done here. Unless anybody got anything else they want me to talk about. The NBA, like I said, I wanted to focus on the NFL today, but the NBA is starting to heat up. Of course, usually after Christmas, the NBA starts to heat up. The Thunder, what's wrong with the Thunder? Started off so great. They 6-6 in their last 12 games. I don't think they're gonna get that record now, so they can forget about that. That Warriors record. They now is what 30-7. So the Warriors going to keep that record. Of course, you can't lose more than 9 games. I think they're gonna definitely lose more than 2 games between now and the end of the season. So they're not getting that record. That went pretty quickly. Lost to the Spurs, what, 3 times, really? I think already. So I think they play one more time. Lost to Charlotte, I think, the other night. So the Thunder, I mean, they still gonna be there. They still gonna be the 1 seed in the West. But that record, they're not getting that. That's done and over with. Milwaukee in the East, Milwaukee, the Bucks, um, is the Bucks is what it is. So um, other than that, man, that's all we're to really talk about today. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Hopefully I could come on next week as well. Next week we can get on as well and talk about everything. The NFL playoffs will be in full effect. Join me tonight for Wild Wednesday streams. We got Street Fighter 6 online. Can't wait to play that with you guys. I appreciate it. Peace and love. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I do got some days of business to take care of today, even though I'm off work. And I thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you everybody who commented. Let me go through the names real quick. Sheree, thank you. She commented the most at the beginning. Joan and Isaac, I guess you're not a sports fan, but I was talking about the NFL, but thanks for commenting anyway. Thank you guys for being here. 30 minutes, not bad. Appreciate you guys so much. Peace and love. I'll talk to you guys next week. I'll see you guys tonight. Come join me tonight. We're talking some more sports or whatever you want to talk about. Join my live stream tonight at 8 o'clock. We play Street Fighter. Thank you guys so much. Peace and love. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.